Hey, what's up? How are you? Hold on a second. Alright. Maybe a little back. Yeah, need some toning. It's not really toning, is it? No. Okay. So, just a little impromptu vlog today. You can see my studio is not quite what it's, usually is. Got a little too much backlight maybe or whatnot. But that's okay because that's how it is and I'm trying to keep it real, yo. I don't know. So today I want to talk about a product that I won some samples of on a Twitter chat not too long ago, and it's from a company called Manitoba Harvest, and they specialize in hemp products, and perhaps that's all they do is hemp products, but I don't know anything about the other stuff they do, but it's an organic farm located in Manitoba, and they harvest things up there, hence the name. So I received some hemp hearts, and I put those on my salad because I had no idea what else I was going to do with them. So I put them on my salad, and they tasted okay. I didn't really notice any flavor difference. It added a little bit more texture to my salad, which was kind of cool. There's hemp oil came with it too. I'm not quite sure what it is I'm supposed to do with hemp oil. Excuse me, I did see a recipe on their website for some hemp-based cookies, and they called for using the hemp oil combined with the hemp hearts in a blender to make hemp butter, and to use that instead of dairy-based butter in making the cookies, and I haven't done that. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the hemp oil. Maybe I'll give some away. Maybe I'll just give it away. We'll come up with something. But anyway, what I want to talk about is this. Their organic hemp protein powder. You can see here it's got 9 grams of protein, 1.8 grams of omega-3s and 6s, and 10 grams of fiber. And those are all good numbers. There's nothing about this part of the product that says to me, wow, I only get 2 grams of protein. Why would I bother putting, using a hemp product for that? So, but it's good. It's got 9 here. They've got the seal of organicness here. And they give some suggestions on the back about making a blender mix, which is kind of nice because if if it was just me going to the store and picking this stuff off the shelf, I would, what am I going to do with this? I try to keep things simple, so it was nice for me to see that, they say blend in your favorite smoothie recipe. A scoop of this plus the blender makes you stick your tongue out and fall asleep. No, we all know what it really means, right? Okay, so, and then it says yogurt or hot cereal, it's great for baking. Established in 1998, Manitoba Harvest is the world's largest hemp food manufacturer to grow, make, and sell its own line of hemp foods. So there you go. It's not like these guys are just a couple of Joes down the road growing some hemp in their backyard, with grow lights and things like that. Maybe in their base, different kind of hemp. Never mind. It is a completely different kind of hemp. So don't worry about that. It's funny. The cursor here is like right where my nose is, so every time I look at the screen instead of the camera, it looks like the cursor is sticking, so I'm going to move it. Okay. All kinds of good nutrition information on the back. Pretty much per serving, the serving size is 4 tablespoons. It says there are about 15 servings in the container. Calories 120, calories from fat 25, which is kind of interesting because I never really thought about plants as containing fat. But we shall see where that might come from. So total fat's 2.5 grams, no saturated fat and no trans fat. So where did the fat come from? No cholesterol, no sodium, total carbs is 16, dietary fiber are 10, and sugars are 6. Okay, no big deal. It's alright. It has 33% of your iron, 5% of calcium, less than 1 of vitamin A, and no vitamin C. And it contains omegas 3, 6, and 9. The ingredients in here are, I'm going to stick this up here, the ingredients are raw, cold milled organic hemp protein powder, organic palm sugar, and organic vanilla flavor. So I'm assuming that the fats are somewhere in the palm aspect or the vanilla flavor aspect. I'm not quite sure. You can go to their website and find out more information if you want. It's at manitobaharvest.com. That's manitobaharvest.com. Manitoba Harvest. So let's get to my review and my thoughts on this whole product. You can see here that it says vanilla. Okay, so this is vanilla flavored hemp protein powder, plant-based protein supplement. And that's great. I typically, when I use other powder supplements, whether it's a whey supplement or just some other type of thing, I mix it typically with soy milk or water, and I only use the water if I don't really care, like, well, for example, Goo Brew, which I use as a recovery drink from running sometimes, depending on, anyway. I mix that with water. I don't mix Goo Brew with soy milk, because that would just be nasty, I think. Other products that I mix with water, sometimes Genucan, which I've used and talked about before, and I'll probably talk about again. I mix that mostly with water. Sometimes I'll mix it with soy milk, depending on, again, on the flavor of what it is that I'm using. So this stuff, this hemp protein that's vanilla, I decided that I wanted to go right to the soy protein. Excuse me, I'm expecting a message here. So I went with that straight to, straight to the soy milk, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start mixing this up for you, just so you can kind of see where I kind of had my reaction to it. So I'm using Wild Harvest Organic Soy Milk from our local grocery store. Price Chopper, I think. And I'm only going to make about half of what it says. I'm only going to use 2 tablespoons. It says to use 4, but I really don't want to, well, I don't want to give anyway. So, Genucan, yeah, check those guys out. So I'm going to put some in here, my little mixer bottle. See, it's coming right out. Maybe a little bit more. I'm a little thirsty. Alright. It'll be amazing if I don't spill this all over the place by the time this video is done. 7 minutes, wow. Okay, so here we go. We got this. We're going to set it over here. And we got this. I had a spoon. Okay, ready? Vanilla. Tablespoon. Can you see that? I don't want to tip it because it's over my keyboard. Can you see that? That's right. It's green. It's vanilla. It's green. So right away my brain says, what? Yeah, it's green. It's supposed to be vanilla flavor. So, okay. So I dump it in here. We're going to do 1. You see that? Okay. 2. Alright, now let's set this aside. Sits on top. It doesn't sink at all. It just sits. Wow, that got big. Sits on top. Okay. Cover on. Pro tip: if you use one of these, make sure this is tightly sealed. Make sure, because just because. Shake, 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 shake. Shake it. Yep. Still green. See all that stuff? See, it's all this stuff. It looks like, yeah. So we shake. Look. It's just sinking like a rock. Look at all this sediment already. We have all this stuff down here at the bottom. Okay? So even if you were to, and I'm going to try this, right? I'm going to shake, 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 shake. You know, it gets foamy. Shake, 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 shake. Open it up. Quick, drink. Look at all this stuff down here. You see that? And I don't know if you can. I don't know where the microphone is in this thing. I think it's up here. We'll see if you can hear this. Oh yeah, good shot at my nose. Sorry about that. If I knew how to edit that out, I would have edited that out. Didn't really plan ahead. I'm assuming that it is the part of the hemp that covers up the other part of the hemp, you know, like a seed shell or a husk like wheat. I don't know. That sinks to the bottom. But it sinks to the bottom. And now we've got it already, what, less than 30 seconds sitting down there. You've got a distinct layer of this stuff, whatever it is. That's probably where the fiber is. All this other stuff, which is tasty and green, but not vanilla. And then up here, we've got this foamy stuff, which is whatever. So this product is not for me. And here's why. I love the fact that it's green and they say that it tastes like vanilla, which to me says that they didn't alter the product itself or the plant. They didn't alter the plant itself so that it becomes white, so that our little brains think that it tastes like vanilla. Like Gatorade. I mean, the colors in Gatorade don't need to be there for anything. You know, there's no such thing as Blue Frost flavor. There's no such thing as, you know, Blue Frost isn't a flavor. Blue Frost might be a color, and that's the color of the drink. And I think that's what most people say when they go to get a Gatorade. I know my son does. And, you know, what kind of Gatorade do you want today? The yellow one, the blue one, you know, and it's not a flavor. So, you know, Gatorade could be clear, and it could say on it Frost, it could say orange, it could say punch, whatever they say, I don't know. And then you would drink it, and your brain would go, it's clear, it doesn't taste like orange. So for that, this is a little disturbing. However, I understand, and I'm very happy that they did not make it white and add a bunch of crap to it to make it white so that we would say vanilla. Excuse me, makes it look gassy. I am curious to know what their chocolate looks like. Is it brown? Is it green? You know, is it green and says chocolate, and then your brain goes kale, green. You know, so that part's a little bit put off to me, but I got around that at first. And you know what's really disturbing? I mean, now it's clearly settled down to the bottom. You know, there's still some up here. And you know, I'm sure most of the good stuff is there, but down here, what is that? So it settles a bit too much for me, and you have to keep shaking it, and you have to keep shaking it when you drink it. And when you're done, no matter how much you shake it, there's going to be sediment at the bottom. And for me, I like to take these things with me on the go. So if I'm, you know, I'll make one on my way to work, and I'll drink it on the way to work, and then it will be in my car while I'm at work, or in my office while I'm at work. And if there's sediment and stuff in there, by the time I get back out to my car in the afternoon, especially in the summertime, in the wintertime not so much, but in the summertime, I'm going to open that thing up, and it's just going to be god-awful stinky, you know. And because I do it in a plastic mixer bottle, it's the whatever I put in there, that taste, a little bit of that taste is going to be absorbed into the plastic, and so forevermore it's going to taste like that, unless I get something else stronger in there, whatever. So I'm not as impressed with this as I thought I would be. However, if you are looking to go plant-based, looking to stay plant-based, looking for a good source of protein, you know, there's 9 grams of protein in this, and it's all organic and it's plant-based. I mean, so if those are your key things, or organicness, plant-basedness, and protein, then I definitely recommend this. It's just not for me. I'm glad I got to sample it. I will definitely be finishing the tub. I've got some, you know, maybe half not quite half left in there. I had probably 6 shakes or so with it in various levels of mixture, putting more in, putting less in. I did use some in a smoothie, and it tended to stay, you know, in suspension, of course. With that, you add a little bit extra yogurt to it. It kind of hangs out in there. I never tasted the vanilla part. I still don't taste the vanilla part, but that's okay. But when it was in a smoothie, it didn't settle out as much, and it gave the smoothie a little bit of a crunch, similar to the crunch that you get from the seeds in a strawberry smoothie or in a blueberry smoothie or raspberry smoothie, those kinds of things. It had that same similar texture to it and crunch to it, and it wasn't bad. It's just not for me. So I really want to say thank you to the people at Manitoba Harvest for offering up this as a prize on Twitter a couple weeks ago. I'm very thankful and very grateful to have been able to sample their product. If anybody out there knows of a good use for the hemp oil, please let me know. I typically only cook with extra virgin olive oil, and it's just a little bit in the pan, so whatever is in there doesn't stick. I don't really make food things that I add oil to, but I could be persuaded to try it anyway. The hemp hearts I didn't bring into the studio, so those are good on salad, and I'll continue to use those on salad. It's just this part, just not so much for me. So thank you very much for listening. We're going on 16 minutes, and thank you very much for listening. I hope you found this helpful, and please feel free to hit me up in the comments with any questions or suggestions that you may have. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.